Good evening, all.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening. Are you all ready? Because I'm about to start. There's no time again.
Okay, ma.
Okay, I think this is still group I met yesterday. Or should I introduce my name again? Anyway, let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. Mrs. Maureen Arukwe. So what we are going to look at today is operation management, which is MAN 812. We are going to look at module 1. Module 1 is the conceptual framework and issues in production and operation management. Under this heading, we have subheadings that we are going to talk about. We are going to look at the meaning of production and operation management. Again, the evolution of production and operation management and Japanese manufacturing techniques. Under the meaning of production and operation management, we are going to talk about the meaning of production management, the objectives of production management, the operation management, the concept of production and operation management, and finally, production system. But before we start on talking of production management, we first of all know what management is all about, because knowing what management is all about will help us now to know what, also knowing what production is all about, we now know what production management we mean. So we all know what management is all about. Even a layman in management, we know what management, is a process of combining and utilizing organizational inputs. Inputs like men input, material, and money. By using management principles. Management principles is planning, organizing, directing, controlling for the purpose of producing output. And this output being produced is goods or services, because you also produce services, because the good services you render to the customer, anybody, is also management. You do it, the management, in order to, when you manage it, take the management principle, the services will be in a well-designed by getting your objective. So we talk of the producing output, which can be goods and services designed by the consumer so that the organizational objectives are accomplished. That is management. Because before you talk of production management, at least you first of all know what management is all about. And as we know what management is all about, let's also talk of production. Production is the step-by-step conversion of one form of materials into another form through chemical or mechanical processes in order to create or enhance the utility of the product to the user. That is production, step-by-step conversion of one form of material. When you put the material can be input, what you want. Then you talk of transformation processes before you now get the output. That is the that is what I mean by step-by-step conversion of that form of that material into another form through chemical or mechanical processes in order to create or enhance the utility of the product to the user. And you know what utility is all about? The amount of satisfaction that those users, because you do it so that it will satisfy them. The amount of satisfaction being consumed by these users is very important in production. So as we know what production is all about and what management is all about, let's now talk of production management now. What is now production management? Production management is now the process that involves this application of management principles, which we already said, the theories and concepts in the management of production system. What do I mean by this? These management principles, which is planning, organizing, directing, and controlling of all aspects of productive activities. All aspects of productive activities, that's managing it, organizing, planning, directing, with a view of transforming productive inputs. Productive input, that input, I mean, when you put input, you expect output. But before you expect output, there are processes that you undergo in order to achieve that output, that is management. Because when you talk of management, all those processes, when you manage it well, the output, you get a good result. But when you didn't manage it well, the outcome will not yield a good result. Because that's management. Because in any organization, there must be management. Without management, it will not stand. Without management, nothing will work. Management will make everything to be perfect. It will make you to achieve your objectives. So that's what production management, I say, is now the process that involves the application of management principles, theories, and concepts in the management of production system, which concern the planning, organizing, directing, and controlling of all aspects of the productive activities you are using, with the view of transforming that productive input into finished goods or services in the most efficient and effective manner. That is, without it, you will not achieve all those things. Let's now look at the objectives of this production management. When you talk of objectives, you are looking at what to achieve, what you want to achieve in something. In this production management, what am I looking at to achieve? First of all, the one is the right quality. You understand? Right quality. Another one, the right quantity. I will see this way. Another one, pre-established costs. That's the manufacturing cost. And finally, predetermined time. When you talk of quality of a product, is established based upon the customer's need. Customer's need. Whenever you are producing something, you have the consumers, those final users that you're going to deliver the product. That is the people you are looking at. The quality you are looking at is based on their prescription, based on what they need, not based on what you own your need. Your need might not be their need. So you are looking at your customers when you're talking of quality. Then you also talk of quantity. When you are producing and the product exceeds the demand, you know that the capital will be locked up in the form of inventory. But when the demand is the same as what you produce, have you seen that everything is? But when the production is less than the demand, you are not even making it. So when you are looking at the right quantity, it will exceed it so that you make it. Then you look at time, the cost. In everything you are doing, cost is also what you are looking at. The cost of material. When you are buying, you look at when you talk of cost, you talk of minimum. When you talk of profit, you talk of maximum. Because any businessman is looking at the minimum cost. Nobody wants to buy the material at a high cost, you will look at where it will favor you, where you make even by looking at the lower cost. Do you understand? You look at the cost and pre-establish time. Time is very important because when you are producing, you know the time that you deliver. Because if you are just there, you don't look at time, your own is just any time you do, and this time is very important. And there are many reasons, like the non-availability of raw material at the right time, absenteeism, machine breakdown, all these things with what you are looking at that may cause the time limit of that production that you have to fix in order to achieve your objectives. So when let's now look at the operation management. We have known what management is all about. We are talking about this operation. Operation management is normally confused with operation research. So people are normally confused with operation research, management science, and industrial engineering. Let me clarify you the essential difference in this. The essential difference, when you talk of operation management, is a field of management. Operation management is a field of management. Why operation research, management science is the application of quantitative method, which we did quantitative method yesterday, which is business collection of mathematics-based method in decision making. That is operation research, management science, that is their line. It's a quantitative method to decision making in all fields. And when you talk of industrial engineering, is an engineering discipline. So that is the difference, because some people normally, they are confused from operation management and operation research. Operation management is typically in field of management. So let's now look at what operation management is. A process which combines and transforms various resources used in production and operation system of
Ma, please, can you be a little slower? You're too fast, ma.
Value added. Do you understand what I'm not fast when I discuss the objectives of operation management. Did you get that one? Hello?
I didn't get the definition of operation management. I was breaking and fast.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. I know you know. Did you get the objectives when I discuss of the objectives?
Yes, ma. I got the objectives, ma.
Okay. Let me be slow. I say that operation management, that many people are confused. When you talk of operation management with operation research, are you getting it?
Yes,
with management science or industrial engineering. And I say that there is this, let me tell you, essential difference from all these things I said. I say that operation management is basically a field of management. That is operation management. Then when this one, the application of quantitative methods to decision making in all fields, which yesterday I did I lectured on quantitative management, which I say is the collection of business mathematics-based thing that help in decision making, which is the same thing as operation research, management science, which is the application of quantitative methods to decision. Let's look at what operation management, which I say that it is a various in the production or operation subsystems of the organization. all those various resources that is used in the production or operations of system of the organization into value-added products. You now, everything you use it, transform it, you combine and transform it into value-added products or services in a controlled manner. That controlled manner now is management, because management will help to control it. Have you seen how management is helping in everything? In this, when we talk of production, management is there. Because without management, the output, if you manage it well, which I said, you get a good output, a quality output. But when you didn't manage it well, the output, because when you put what you put in something and you have to manage it, the processes you take and how you supervise everything, how you control, how you direct, that is the principles of management. Have you understand? From there, finally, the output will come out. Because it's when you put in and how you manage everything you put in is how you get your output. That's what I'm saying. And that's the same thing I'm talking of the operation now. Because operation meaning those are doing the main thing, operation in that field. Which I say is the process that combines and transforms. They combines all those materials and transform it in various resources used in the production and operations of system of the organization into value-added products or services in a controlled manner as per the policies of the organization. Are you getting it? That is for operation management. Then we are now going to look at the concept of this production and operation management. When you talk of this concept of the manufacturing products or offering services, it's normally called the production of this operation and production and operation management. That is the concept of this manufacturing products is what you normally call the production and operation management. That is the production and operation management. Then operation management, we have, that is the main thing, that's the concept. When you are looking at those operation management and when you combine it, that is the concept of this production and operation management. Production and operation management is now, it reflects the complex coordination is necessary. Machine, material, money. That is what we call production and operation management, the concept of it. All those things you are using in that production, which is you are using men, that is Lego, you are using machine. The machine can't control, it's still somebody that will control the machine in order to go. The material itself you put, the money you put, the physical structures, all these things is what when you come, that is the concept of production and operation management. All those things you put in place. That's it. Then we now talk of production system now, because all the things you have been saying, that is, we now talk of this production system, which is comprise the following components, which is that input. I say something about it in the initial time, because when I'm lecturing, that's the self you are using in a system. That system you are using to produce it, which is the input you put, the transformation, the process, and finally the output now, as well as a control mechanism. That is the production system. In a production system, you talk of the input, what when you put in, they say that computer, what you garbage in is what you garbage out. The input, when you put transformation, the processes, then finally the output, as well as control mechanisms, that management, because all this start to get a good result. everything linked together. You know, a production system uses operation resources, you know, to transform inputs into some desired outputs. Adding that an input may be raw material, a customer, or a finished product from another system. You know, some finished products can be used in order to produce final products. Like, let me give you an example of flour. In some aspects, flour is a finished product, but you still use flour in order to produce another, produce like bread to find those final consumers. Because when you produce flour, it's a finished product in water, but you still use that finished product in order to produce it, to read in form, so that it will be in to the last the consumer consumption. So that is all about production system. And this production system, it has characteristics. Characteristics in the sense that it's an organized activity, that every production system has an objective. You know, when you, in life, even students, you have an objective. Why you want to embark on this product, on this program. There is an objective you are looking at to achieve for you to even plan of embarking on this program. You are looking at something to achieve. You have an objective. So in everything, every organization, business must have an objective that make him or her to embark on that business. So first of the characteristic of production system is that every production system has an objective. Another one is that the system transforms the various inputs, which I said before, men, materials, machine, information, energy, into useful outputs. That output can be goods or services. Another one is that production system, it does not operate in isolate from organizational systems such as finance, marketing, you know. And another one is that there exists a feedback. In productions, you must have a feedback about that activities, which is essential to control and improve system performance, because there is the feedback, whether is it working well, what are you looking at, whether you have achieved your objective. That's all about the production system. So we are now going to look at the second subheading, which I said, the evolution of production and operation management and Japanese manufacturing techniques. When you talk of evolution, that's when the originality of something, you know, and the evolution of this operation management can be traced into industrial revolution that occurred in the later part of 18th century. You know, this is a period where goods were produced in small shops, apprentices. You know, they do it in a small way because of is a one-man business that is doing it. You know, that's them. They don't know about machine and the rest of them. So goods are being produced in a small shops, you know, in a small quantity. That is the evolution then. Then now, as the goods are producing, then it now came after the evolution of this thing, production and operation management, you know, during this industrial revolution, where goods are being produced in a small quantity, you know, it now came in, that is now where they start introducing the power of mechanism, you know, which helped to establish mental fabric, you know, machine tool industry. They started because goods were then producing in a small quantity, which now lead to the scientific, all these things, because in the industrial revolution, goods are being produced in a small quantity, from all these apprentices, then with it, at times it will not serve. Then it now came to scientific revolution. When you talk of scientific revolution, when you now talk of measurement, they start knowing that all these things is in small quantity. Let us know how we are going to improve, how we are going to improve in producing the one that will be adequate to the. Then in this period, with the word wet of nature, knows what is called division of labor. In this division of labor, according to Adam Smith, is the production process that should be breaking down into work. Each worker will perform a different work. The work is being divided in order to produce a large quantity, because then in the industrial revolution, they have been producing a small quantity, which will not be adequate to the customers. Then after this, when you read further, you understand all these things. I'm just giving you the points, which will help you, that when you are reading, you understand it. I won't say you will understand the story, how the industrial revolution is all about. Before method where all these machine and the rest of them, in order to produce in large quantity, because then there have been small shops, goods are producing in small quantity, which is not adequate to serve the consumer needs. So let us now look at these Japanese manufacturing techniques. What the Japanese manufacturing technique look at? The Japanese manufacturing technique look at the just-in-time and total quality control, also total quality management. What did they say about this just-in-time? The Japanese manufacturing techniques, what they normally say, the philosophy in this just-in-time is to emphasize, control the quality of their product, to eliminate all form of waste in production. That is the main aim of this Japanese manufacturing techniques. They want to look at the total quality control, to bring out good quality, and also to eliminate all form of waste. That is the work of Japanese this thing, because it's the Japanese manufacturing techniques talk about several some types of waste which they try to eliminate, like waste of overproduction. When you overproduce, and is a exceed demand, is a waste. That is what they're trying to eliminate. Also, waste of waiting. When you are waiting for a long time, all the time you are waiting to wait is a waste. So that is also transportation itself. Because when you produce something for you to deliver it to the final consumer, you look at that, the waste in the transportation, the shortest way you are going to bag, when we continue now, I will do in quantitative techniques, we do transportation model. When we do transportation model, you understand what I mean by all this waste of transportation itself. They also talk of waste of processing itself. You know, in processing, which I say input processing, all those time which they're trying to eliminate. They also talk of inventory waste. You know what inventory is all about? Inventory is stock. Inventory is same thing as stock. Waste of movement and effort. All these things are waste in production processes, which the Japanese manufacturing techniques came in existence in order to stop. First of all, to know control the quality of the product they are producing in order to make even. Because when you have a good quality product, you have every tendency that they will demand the product. The demand will be high. You will make even. And also, for you to make even also, you look at the waste in producing that the product. That's, they also try to eliminate that waste in order to make profit. Also, waste due to defensive work. You know, all these things are waste, which they're trying to eliminate. That's why the Japanese came in contact. Then another one is total quality management. Are they trying to look at the total quality management? You know, they say that
Hello, sorry. You said something about waste due to defensive work. I didn't get it. Can you please throw more lights on it?
Which one are you talking about?
Waste due to defensive work, because when I was reading it, I didn't get it clearly, and even you didn't explain it clearly. Like waste due to defensive work.
Okay, you say, okay, you didn't understand it. Hello, you say you didn't understand the last one.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I didn't understand the last one, which is...
Okay, defensive, yes. When you talk of defensive work, you know, when in that, in the sense that when you produce something, are you getting it? And the customer come to, maybe it's a fake something that you produce, and the customer come to make their rights. Are you getting it? Are you understanding what I mean? I'm just seeing the layman trying to make you to understand that you are a producer now, and you have a company, you manufacture some goods. Do you understand? Maybe the goods are fake or something like that. You didn't do it in a good quality. You know, the customer have every right to, you know, talk on that product. You know, for them to say against that product, do you know what it means? It will damage the company reputation. Do you understand? The company reputation will not be there. That is what they are trying to remove. That it is a waste. Because when they damage the company reputation, the respect of that company, the goodwill of that company, it means the company will not make even again. You won't be in business again. Because when you are producing, because all these things in production, we are talking of to do even the production and everything. When a company produces something and the customer rework about that thing and say that this thing is not in a good quality as they want, you know, maybe it's a fake product or something like that, and when he raised it up, do you know the company is losing, and the company will lose their reputation, their respect. you know, it will lead to increase in the cost and damage of that company's reputation, because you have damaged their respect, their goodwill. They won't even, the business will collapse. Let me give you an example now. When you are maybe a good reputable company that you know, and somebody now bought a fake product, maybe take the product and maybe something happened to that person. Do you think that company will still continue doing business? The company reputation will be, that is, it will damage it. There will be no respect. Nobody will even talk of the company again. Nobody will even go there again. That is what he's trying to say. Due to defensive work, so that we will work it appropriately in order to get a good result. You know, what you are doing is you are looking at the customer, the end users. You are not doing it on your own, because just reflection on all this you are doing. Anything you are doing, reflect your in production and operation management. You know, and when you are producing, you are looking at the customer, the final consumer. So all these waste you are trying to eliminate. That's what Japanese manufacturing technique is trying to eliminate in order for their, because initially I talk of they came to make quality control. When you talk of quality control, meaning having a good quality product. Do you understand? For you to have a good quality product, you are going to look at all these things, eliminate all this waste in order to achieve that objective you are looking at. Any other problem?
No, ma. Thank you very much. I've understood it very well, ma.
Is it clear?
Yes, ma. Yes, ma. It is clear now.
Hello? Because just flashback as you are a business person. All this thing I'm saying, I'm trying to relate now in a real life situation. Not that you are reading. All this thing happens. Do you understand? I'm doing it in a real life situation. Do you understand? Okay. So as I say that again, is total quality management. When you talk of total quality management, this Japanese, they say that for any organization, for them to survive and grow, they will always provide quality products or services to their customer, which I already have explained it, because we are talking about quality, total quality management. They say that for any organization or businessman, as you are doing business, the philosophy is that for you to survive and grow, you must have a good quality product or services. You know, services is another good thing. If you have a good quality product and the services is, you don't have a good services, you won't even sell, because you might have a good quality product, but your services are poor. If the customer will ignore you, they will say to hell with your product. Do you understand? Because we're doing it, that your product is good, they must come and buy. You know, you won't be humble, you won't do good product, provide a good quality services. The customer will say, to hell with your for this total quality management. That is all about the total quality management. Lastly, the cornerstone of this Japanese manufacturing system, you know, they suggest that the suggestion they made that the producer will produce what the customer desires. You know, which I said before. When you are producing, you are not looking at yourself. You are looking at the end users. You are looking at your customers. You first of all, before you make this, you must do a market survey, a research, and know what the things that your consumer wants. You cannot just start and say, let me just produce this thing and take it to the market. No, you will do market survey, you will do research. Or
Just doing research. When they like it, you don't know that's good. They want that is their own, because you're doing everything in customer's desire. You're not doing it based on yourself, that you want it, you like it. What you like, your customer might not like it. So you are looking at the customer, the end users, in any business, in anything. That is where you're looking. In any businessman is looking at, because after the production and all the businessman will not buy it. They will take it to the market. And the market, they are taking it for them to take it to the consumers, the customers, the end users. Do you understand? Again, is that they will produce which is the same thing they're saying. Then they also produce with perfect quality, which is the same thing they're saying. You know, with zero unnecessary lead time. They will produce no waste of labor, material, or equipment. You know, all these things is even what I said before. Also produced by method that all people to develop. You know, because for you to do it, you also develop your workers. You know, when you are developing your workers, you know, all this thing we are doing, production, you're produce, because at times, when you have a worker and you are not motivating them, you are not doing them, the quality of the product will be poor. But when you make them happy, because all these things are saying quality of product, the producers itself, you know, those people manufacturing, you also make them happy in order to give you good results. You know, I'm trying to relate it in a real life situation. Because all these things we're doing, it resolves in a real life situation. Because for you to get a good quality product depends on the inputs. Inputs meaning all those things you put in place in order to get the output. Input comprises even the everything. The machine you use, the labor you use, the motivation, the bobo-tibo, the processes, how you manage everything, the elimination of the waste. All these things will result in producing a good quality product. I think I'm exceeding my time. I have another thing doing. So, what I said so far, any question?
We understand, ma'am. I understand.
Okay. Any question in what I said so far? But I want you people, when you go, just read this module 1 very, very well. Because all these things, I'm giving you hints that when you are reading now, you will understand it very well. There's any question?
Okay, no question from me, ma'am.
No, ma, none from me.
None from me, ma.
Okay. When you go, I want you to read very well the next class. You will tell me the advantages of total quality control. Based on what the advantages.
Ma, please, can you say that again? It was actually breaking here.
Advantages of total quality control.
Tell me advantages of total quality control.
Okay.
Are you listening what I'm saying?
Yes, ma, I got it now. Advantages of total quality control.
I said class, you will tell me advantages. And also you could show me between this you show me
Ma, we are not hearing you.
It's really breaking. No.
We are not hearing you, ma.
I think it's disconnected, though. We can't hear anymore.
I think she actually muted herself, and she was saying that she's going for a class. She's already running it. Doesn't mean that class has ended.
Okay. Okay.
Good evening, everyone. This is the class over. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
This is the class over.
Since she is not, I think for now we can assume probably because she was rushing to go somewhere. But we'll try and see how we can get in touch with her, maybe to get that second part of the question she was about.
She's still online, but I think she muted her audio. So if you can contact her, I think it will.
Yeah, so that we'll get maybe the two questions she said the assignment she wants us to do, so that we can even post it on WhatsApp group or something.
Okay, because it's only one we got.
Yeah, so we'll try and follow up to get the questions so that we can post it on WhatsApp group. Is that okay?
Okay, that's fine. That's
yeah,
fine.
because I noticed it's like her network was not really good.
Yes, very, very bad today.
Okay, yeah. So apologies for that.
Okay, thank you.
So we'll assume the class has ended,
No
right?
problem.
Okay, she's back. I think
Okay,
her mic
thank you.
Her mic is unmuted now.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
I'm still online.
Okay, ma.
You are saying you get the question I said.
Yes, ma'am.
I said the first advantages more light on this evolution.
Evolution of operational management.
Hello, admin. Good evening, please. Are you there?
Hello, ma. Can you hear us?
Maybe the admin should chat out privately and drop the question for us on the WhatsApp group so that we can go and attend to our different needs.
Yeah, I even noticed she has gone offline.
Okay.
All right. So I would follow up to get the questions and then post it on the WhatsApp.
Thank you. Sorry, do we still have lecture today?
Okay, ma.
Or we are good to go for this night? Hello, admin. Do we still have lecture this night?
Sorry?
Do we still have lecture this night?
Not that I'm aware of, unless if any facilitator should come up again, but she was the one I know of.
Okay, because what you said yesterday was
Okay, because the timetable actually has 3.
and what you said yesterday was that we are going
On
to
the
have like
timetable, we actually have 3.
2 to 3.
Okay, let me
yes.
confirm.
Okay.
Please inform us when another lecturer come online.
All right, no problem.
Okay, please support. I just want to find out this. My own case is somehow different. In my course registration, I didn't say operational management. I'm doing MBA accounting. So I just want to know, is this course for everybody or maybe management department or so? Please, thank you.
Yeah. Hello. So I think for this class, probably we might have to end it since she's still not back online. But then I'm trying to get confirmation for the other ones if they're holding or not. I'll communicate that with you on WhatsApp. Apologies for the network issues and all related stuff.